morning, good morning. I believe we can change cameras. This. All right, I hear myself. Cool. Turn that down. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Easy Stream, where we hang out in this fish room and we look at blackbeard algae all the time. It's always fun and everything's easy. But good morning. Thanks for being here. We got here today. Bionic Bigfoot. Good morning, good morning. Andy Carson. Good morning. 3G. 3G's been a member for 25 months. Right on, man. Thank you. Bionic Bigfoot. Good morning, good morning. You've been a member for 21 months. Awesome, dude. Poppy. What's going on, Popper? My Popper's here to say hi. He wants to say hi to her daddy. Oh, gal. Hi. You're a little pupper now. Tired, huh? You're a good girl. Anyway, good morning. Dennis Christensen, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Uncle Smiley's Aquariums, good morning. Thanks for being here. Let's go back looking at this. Here. About it? All right, cool. Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me. What we're doing today is the same thing we do every day. We're going to do a little bit of water testing. I'm doing to get into something that I had a discussion earlier this week that I thought was pretty cool. I was talking with my good friend Vinay, Color Guppies, and we were discussing, well, we're just talking about all sorts of things, work, whatnot, and he was talking about how AI is a tool they use to, I guess, help things get more along the lines of production. And we started talking about AI, and then we started talking about prompts to give AI. And I said, you know what? I have an AI thing that I use. Let me try throwing some prompts. I threw in some prompts about it being, that was one of the discussions we had was that AI is really good if you give it a role to play, right? So you got to basically, it's like an actor waiting to act. He just needs its motivation, I guess. So I told it it was an expert aquarist with aquatic plants and stuff like that, and it spit out all this crazy information. So I'm like, that's kind of cool. It was talking about, I can even tell you what it was talking about. It was talking about like the Ballstead method. Window looker number 5. Good morning. Good morning. Anyway, so it was talking about all sorts of things. So I started asking it about algae problems. And one of the things it punched out about blackbeard algae is that blackbeard algae is a lot of times caused by an imbalance in CO2. I was like, that's interesting. Like, there's not enough CO2 in the tank. And one of the things that gets rid of CO2 that I'm actually working against myself is those sponge filters, right? I have that power head that's currently not working. I gotta get it started again. I have 2 sponge filters and I have a hang on the back. That's more than enough filtration. So I think I'm gonna take those sponge filters out and just run it. I mean, I'm doing water changes every week on this damn thing, so it's not like it's not being maintained. And I think the other thing it said recommended was lowering the light levels, so I might try that too. Take a 2-prong approach here. See about maybe getting more natural CO2 in the tank. A lot of high light and plants will start sucking all the CO2 out of the water column during the day, so I'm gonna try that. Also, I'm gonna do some testing and we'll keep going. I'm gonna start that filter, that airhead, powerhead, and replant that stupid Anubias. I don't know why. Why'd I gotta pull it up all the time? Bad little geophagus. Anyway, that's that. The other thing we got going on is spawning mops. I finally got them all like cleaned and reset and dried out, so I think we're good to start doing that again and get them back on the drift. The spawning. Do need to start setting up for change that's going to happen in this fish room. I think it's going to come pretty quick. I should start moving tanks. Well, maybe moving fish into different tanks. Let's put it that way. I don't know yet. I don't know. That's a whole lot. How about we just go through here and we just maintain some stuff for a little while. I already got the water to test. Got to start the water change, I guess, so I can start draining water. I'm gonna unplug the filter that's on there. I'll drain the water down and then, well, maybe I should stir things up before I drain the water down. that's not a bad idea. Let's start the testing first. All right. Are we not hearing the bot? Bot's not working? Or is it working? I didn't hear it say hello. Speaker bot.
That's lovely, that is.
That worked. I heard that one. We gotta open up a packet of
Bionic Bigfoot said, "Go Mariners, off to Toronto we go."
Hear that? Hopefully you guys heard that too. Okay, cool. It's working. Gotta open
Window
up a new
Liquor
box.
5 said, "Good morning, Mr. Manifesto."
Good morning. Where the hell are my scissors? Are they there? I'm just testing the nitrates right now. Well, I'm about to start testing the nitrates. Get a sample. Calibrate. Drop checkers I use. Okay. I mixed up the water like right before the stream started. The water change. I remineralized with the equilibrium. RO water, 20 gallons. What I've been doing the water changes with every week for the past couple of months now. I do feel like the Blackbeard is getting like, you know, it's scared. It's scared. It feels its presence being threatened. If that makes any sense. It does look different to me. Not as black, it's more brown now. But we'll see if any of this is having any impact.
Window Liquor 5 said, "Not the bubbles, it's not the bubbles, we need more bubbles."
No, that's the problem. That is part of the problem, I believe. Like, if I'm going to conquer this, I'm pretty sure I have too much of a gas exchange happening going on at the top of the surface of the water there. And that's how you lose CO2 in the water column. Not that I'm saying this is going to solve the problem, but I think I don't need the sponge filters. That makes sense. I think the hang on the back of the power head is plenty of
Bionic
filtration.
Bigfoot said the Blackbeard is dining.
It's feasting. It may be. It may be. All right, we're going to do the phosphates next. I'm not going to bother with the silicates just yet. I don't think there's anything that's going to change that for a long, long time. So maybe we'll test it every once in a blue moon, kind of see. But I don't know if that's ever going to change. Alright, just shaking this last one up. We got like 5 minutes on the tests here. But I do think pulling the air filter, the sponge filters out of there is not going to hurt anything. I don't think it's going to harm anything. And I think we're going to adjust the light maybe a little bit too. So we'll try that. 3 minutes, we should have some results here. Throw this stuff away. Going back in here.
Bionic Bigfoot
Wash my
said the
hands.
Blackbeard is dying.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Wash my hands. Alright, we can do this. Start this water change.
John Mackenzie said good morning, weirdo.
Good morning, sir. Bum.
Bionic Bigfoot said where is Evie one today?
Where is Evie one? Where is everyone? I don't know. Sunday. It was a pretty miserable weekend so far. Cold and wet. 214 on the TDS. That's about where we were. I think we're still going lower. What are you doing, little one? What are you doing here, Lillian? At Chinian.
Window Liquor 5 said that Powerhead idea would still work.
Yeah,
I
true.
added air stones when I put mine in. But you're right, I wouldn't say you need the sponge filters with your low bioload.
Just stay at 12th. 12. TDSs are 14. Cool. Actually, still going dropping. Cool. The water is getting softer. The Powerhead idea would still work, but then it's just like more money, right? Trying to go a little low tech. They have that, the C-Chem, the title, hang on the back filter, and that Powerhead, which I might get a better Powerhead, honestly. But I think that's plenty of filtration, like flow. I don't see it being a problem. And it tests, we can start testing the theory here, you know, maybe I do have too much gas exchange going. Where is my little voodoo? Not there. Man, this place looks like a bomb went off in it.
Bionic Bigfoot said battering down the hatches for the nor'easter.
Yeah, pretty much. Where is my trays? A little. Here's one. Here's one. Alright, we're gonna take this one out first, I think. Oh, that was a mistake. Could have did that a little bit better. Oh, why don't we put this down in there? Try to get my arm out of that.
Bionic Bigfoot said it is raining here in Seattle too. Window Licker 5 said, okay, okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. Go Jays, go.
Sprigable Bitus. It's still surviving in here somehow. Alright, that was one. Well, not quite the entire thing. But let me get the other filter. Making a mess, I might as well make a mess. Shit. 3.6. Oh no, that one's already done. No. Hang on. I missed the first one. Hang on. 3.6. I can save this though. Get the 3.6 going. That's pretty low in the nitrates, man. Phosphate's at. That was the other interesting thing it said. The AI. Still have the calibration fluid. Press to calibrate. Now instead of giving it 3 minutes, we just shoot it right now. 0.27.
Bionic Bigfoot said Window Licker 5, no Blue Jays here, just Seattle.
0.27, interesting. That seems awful low. I think we might have to rerun that test. Yep, let's try it. It's only a 3-minute test. That's why I missed it. Thing shut off. Still got enough water in here.
Bionic Bigfoot said hello, Jody P. Tropical Fish Co.
Good morning, Jody P.
Jody P. Tropical Fish Co. said hello, Jason, Bionic Window Licker, John, Dennis, Smiley, Greg, Andy.
Good morning. Thanks for making it to the stream. All right. I'm going to rerun this test just because I felt like that number was too low compared to last week's. That the test might have been. But when I'm looking at it, it didn't look like it was. God. I've often heard before that adding CO2 like a system to your tank could also like the death sentence to
Bionic
black-grade algae.
Bigfoot said you don't trust it.
I don't trust anything, man. Gonna make sure I didn't screw anything up, you know?
Window Licker 5 said, turn the TV on later, Dennis. and hear the noise from the Sky Dome all the way to Seattle.
Alright, it's pretty much as mixed as it goes. Oh, shit. Gotta recalibrate again. Push the wrong button. Okay. Alright. Should be good on that. That's counting down. Yep, yep. Alright, let's get this sponge filter out of here. The spongy. This is gonna be a mess. Well, the only thing I can do with this is take it out. Disassemble this. Assemble this. Get on the other side here. Same thing. Airline. That.
Bionic Bigfoot said Rogers Stadium is loud, but NOT as loud as Seattle T-Mobile Stadium.
We're almost at the bottom. We're at the finish the water change. Do this. This. Now we just need to trace these back to their home. This one. Turn that off. Pull it out. What's that? I see UI in that lily. This one goes here. Ouch. Turn that one off. Pull it out. Be done with it. Oh, whoops. That's the wrong cable. Now I can just pull the air stones off of this. Pull the air stones off of that. And this tubing can go in the trash. Rinse these air stones. Pretty much done with the water change, I believe. It was almost there a minute ago. Yeah, it's good. Good, good.
Bionic Bigfoot said 5 is the roof going to be open today.
It's not. Roof going to be open. Okay, hang on. 0.23. That was the right number. Interesting. Phosphates dropped a lot. All right. 0.23.
Bionic
pretty
Bigfoot
drastic
said
drop,
that
actually.
good right.
Yeah, well, that means the phosphates dropped. We'll take a look at the chart here in a sec. How about right now? Oh my god. The nitrates are steadily dropping. They did peak for a minute there, but now they're dropping again. They're down to 3.6. down from 5 last week. That's interesting. The phosphates went from 59 to 23. Boom. And remember, this is the week I just skipped a water change because I was at the Clash. Ran out of time. Now we're down to yes. Interesting. The TDSs are down. Downward trend too. We'll see. We'll see.
Window Licker 5 said, I'm not sure if the roof still works LOL. I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it stays open now.
All right. Put these air stones away, I guess. I gotta clean this area up, man. All right. What else do I need? I got the air out. I got the air shut off. I need to put stuff back in. I need to get this power head started. That's the other thing I need to get doing. My little pokey. You had it for a second there. Blackbeard out. That's choking it up. Oops. Sorry. Here, we'll move you guys over here a little bit. As good as that's getting. That's just gonna choke it up again. That. Oh well. Moving water. Oh my god. All right.
Benjamin Peters said good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Just about to fill up this tank with remineralized water as soon as I can get it over there. Oh. Holy oh moly.
Bionic Bigfoot said the roof does work. Window Licker 5.
I hope the roof works. Wouldn't be much of a roof if it didn't work.
Whip's World said, hiya, beautiful people.
What's
Let's
up, Whip?
get tanked. And in case Melly Mel hasn't said it yet, Eduardo!
She has not. You beat her to it. All right. This. Plug her in. Boom. Gonna get a little cloudy too because I just mixed this stuff up. On top of me stirring up all the mold from moving the sponge filters.
Bionic Bigfoot said, hello, Whip.
Whip's World, party time.
Fishcapade said, "Good morning, everyone.
Hey, good
I
morning.
heard my quay edouard de do."
Yep. Good morning. Wet beat you to it, though. All right, how's that? Is that better? While that's filling up, I'm gonna clean these test tubes real quick and put them all back for next week. We'll continue this saga. Oh yeah, what? We're
Bionic
gonna.
Bigfoot said, "Hello, oh Fishcapades."
Good morning, Mel. I made it. All right, that's that out. That's that. It's back. Back.
Fishcapades said it's blueberry pie for breakfast.
Oh man, that sounds pretty good actually.
Window Liquor
As long as you got coffee, I can see that.
5
Oh
said,
man,
"Happy
that'd be really
Canadian
good.
Thanksgiving, folks. I love holiday Mondays. Woot woot."
Enjoy that. I could go for some Thanksgiving myself. Gotta wait another month.
Benjamin Peters said, "Jason, check out Lowell's Fish Lab video with Gary Lang. Good pseudo-Moogle bits throughout."
Oh yeah, I gotta check that out.
Bionic Bigfoot said, "Well, is my piece of that pie?"
Yeah, yeah, I could definitely go for some blueberry pie. Holy cow. Blueberry crumb. Oh, that's over the top. See, this is moving. There we go. There we go. The one worm container was like barely moving. It's starting to get cloudy.
Whip's World said, "Mel, I won't lie. I'm a little jealous. All I'm having is vodka and coffee."
Sounds like a breakfast of champions. Huh. I was like, what is that noise? You're okay, pupper. Almost done.
Bionic Bigfoot said, "Whip, how
That's
does
about
it
it.
taste?"
Let me put this pump away. Okay.
Congratulations,
water out of the
Peplin
way.
Creek Aquatics, on the membership
Yay.
milestone.
Pep.
Peplin Creek Aquatics has been an extraordinary aquarist for 25 months.
Right on, buddy. And good morning. You made it.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said Jason good morning.
Good morning, sir. All right. Stay there, puppy. You're okay. All right, that's that. That's this. Get this out of the way. Okay. Now let's plug the filter back in. Hope she chooches. Yup. All right, cool. Then we got some flow now. I probably should have cleaned the glass. Or did the water change? Oh well. Then next week.
Window Licker 5 said, can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? I'm gonna rinse these sponge filters out and then stick them in my sump. So that they can, I don't know.
Bionic
as
Bigfoot said,
biomedia.
good morning, Brian.
Good morning, morning. Alright. Clean these up real quick. They are filled with a lot of mulm. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you know what? I forgot about that. Just remembered. We put that phosphate removing pad in that filter, the overflow, the hang on the back, last week. So that's probably one of the reasons why the phosphates dropped so much. That would make sense. Totally forgot I did that. So at least we know they did something. I should probably dose some potassium. Just to make sure, and iron, I guess, can hurt. Just to make sure there's enough nutrients for plants. The nitrates are actually kind of really low.
Bionic Bigfoot said, Pep, how is married life treating you?
It's a trap, don't answer it. Alright, that's that. So now if I can just throw these in some sumps over here. This one looks a little barren. Okay. Done. Done. All right. Now the other thing in this tank was wanted to play with the light. So we took the sponge filters out. So we got the hang on the back and power head, the moving water here. I guess when I see the phosphate start to climb again, I know that the pad is spent. Change it. I totally forgot about that. That's kind of cool. It's cool to see that it worked, like, pretty drastically, too. It went like 50 points, or it was from 56 to 23. No, half. All right, where's my phone? There it is. Can I pet that dog? Whips World, welcome to Extraordinary Querist. Right on, buddy. Alright, what the hell am I doing? Blue Hole Smart. This is the 75 Geos. Fresh and plant. Turn on my Bluetooth. Hey, don't be drinking my coffee. Alright, 75 Geos. Connecting. It's gonna do that because I just connected. So you have to look at my reflection for a little bit. I have this set to turn on sunrise at 15:30, which would be what, 2:30? No, 3:30. 3:30 in the afternoon.
Whip's
Sun
World
starts
said
to
sorry
rise.
it took so long.
It's
I've been
alright,
gifted
buddy.
so many I forget which ones I'm paying for.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. I
Geek Boy
appreciate
said
the
middle
support.
finger emoji.
Good morning, Geek Boy. Middle finger emoji to you too, sir. All right, so the sun rises on this fish tank at 3:30 in the afternoon, and it fully rises by 5 o'clock. So it takes an hour and a half to ramp up, and that ramp up is 35% red. I guess I could show you this. Maybe you can see this. You can see. It's better, right?
Bionic Bigfoot said,
I gotta
Brian,
wait
my
like 30
marriage
seconds.
lasted 3 years. That was 40 years ago. Just keep doing what you are doing, it will last.
Yeah, don't be like Dennis.
Geek Boy said 3:30 p.m. is a great time to start a morning.
That's right. I agree. So it's 35% red, 5% blue, 30%, 30% of the lavender and white, and 25% of the orange. So I don't know if I should change that. Also, that the sunset is at what, 7 o'clock, and it takes an hour to set. So fully off by 8 p.m. So I don't know if you want to count up, ramp down time, but from basically the light's only on for 2 hours at full strength. I don't know if I should mess with that. Maybe we can adjust the levels. Daylight. We'll bring it all down. We'll keep that at blue at 5%. Yeah. There is no nightlight. Everything goes to 0 at night. That's
Geek Boy said that is one hairy rat that just walked in front of you.
it. Is it big and white? A pupper rat. All right. I think that's where we're gonna leave this for now. Like the light's only on for 2 hours a day, so I don't think that's really causing a whole lot of issues there, right? Ramp up. I think that maybe the intensity of, yeah. Turn it down slightly. Everything slightly. We'll see. See how that works. All right. I'll leave you with this view for a second, because I'm gonna go get some coffee. Because it's coffee time. It's weather's changing here, and it was miserable, cold, and wet all weekend. We had the windows open last night, and I got like a sore throat now because of it. I'll be right back. All right, back. Goes the pupper. All right, now what? Let's deal with I guess got to start with spawning mobs. Oh man. And the mop spawning, or the fry hatchery, which I need to add some water. Actually, I need to feed those guys too. I haven't fed them. There's still fry in the bottom tank here, and I haven't fed them today. So I'm gonna.
Bionic Bigfoot said my Buenos Aires tetras are eating the collard greens I put in the tank for the plecos.
Nice. That's cool. All right. Zoe, what are you doing? Ouch.
Geek Boy said, do many
What is that?
Pennsylvanians put harnesses on rats?
Yes. The thing. Hold on. Is this what's happening here? Yes. Okay. This is what happens. Cats have stole the dog's bed. There's 2 beds in here for the dog, and the cats steal them both. You little prissy. That's right. You stay out of her bed. She's an old lady. You're not. You're still a little princess. All right, get in your bed. You better claim your bed. Now get in it. You stop stealing your sister's bed. That's why she's all up in my stuff, because she has no place to go. All right. Let's do the Gertrude. Whoops. Take this.
The Nano Aquarium guy said, hello all.
Hello, hello. I'm just going to change the mops that have been in these tanks for however long now. These are green. I'll take a quick look for eggs. Not having a lot of faith. Haven't really been up on egg production. But you never know. Not yet. Ricotta's. Or Gertrude's. I gotta label these tanks again. Alright, so that was a green.
Bionic Bigfoot said, hello, oh, the Nano Aquarium guy.
We're gonna put a blue mop in. It's blue mop time. I should have all my mops reset, cleaned up. Just gonna re-wet them.
Window Licker 5 said, did you get a new code for K? If not, it's on it again.
Yeah, that might be the old code. I don't know if it works. I forgot. Like I accidentally removed the file, so I put it back on. But the old file I had had that code, so I don't know. I don't know. Well, if my code doesn't work, I'm sure somebody else's might. If not, just pay the normal price, I guess. But you can try it. Couldn't hurt, I guess. This is the whatever. Why can't I think of words? Luminatus. There we go. Luminatus. I don't have very high hopes for any eggs in this either. But I'm going to keep trying, I guess. Alright, so Gertrude's, Luminatus. This will be the past guys, which I didn't put a mop in their thing last time, so I don't
Vinoksky
have
said,
anything.
"Good morning, everyone."
Good morning, Vinoksky. These were fricatas. No, these were Celebes. These are fricatas. Yeah. We're gonna need to add some water to the tank too. I gotta figure out maybe a lid system for this. Like maybe those
Window Licker 5 said,
Here
"What's the
comes
temp? Is
the
it looking
rain
good?"
again,
yeah, that's a good question.
falling on my head like a memory,
Oh my god.
falling on my head like a new emotion.
Fishymon's here.
Whip's World said, "Don't trust him when he says, 'You can certainly try.' It's a trap, and if you do,
It's a
you are for
trap.
sure and be for certain buggered." Bionic Bigfoot said, "Good morning, Vinoksky."
In the top tank here, I'm pretty much targeting the sponge filter that's in here. It says the max was 77.1 degrees, around 76,
Geek Boy said,
77
"Middle
average.
finger emoji off Fishymon 6."
So 77
Fishymon
degrees-ish,
said, "Good morning,
76.
everyone," and you to Jazren.
That seems pretty good. Good morning, Fishymon. Thanks for making it. All right, we need a blue mop. Blue, blue, no blue. Blue. There's a blue one. Get this in. Oh, Fishymon. I think before I do the past guy rainbows, I want to.
Bootscats said, "Good morning."
Good morning, Bootscats. I want to, before I do the. Oh, what the hell was I just saying? The past guy rainbows. Before I put the mop in there, I think I'm gonna clean out the tank, their quarantine tank, and use that tank as their spawning tank, and just work on the colony that I just got. So instead of quarantine, it's gonna be, I don't know, spawning mop in there until, and then eventually I'll just move the cories out once everybody's cleared quarantine. I guess theoretically the eggs, the mop could contaminate something, but I don't know. They've been in quarantine for what, 2 weeks now? 3 weeks? How long ago was the clash? 2 weeks, at least, solid 2 weeks. The mop is going to stay in there at least a week, so.
Bionic Bigfoot said, "Good morning."
Good morning. You know what? Maybe
Bootscats,
we're just
Bootscats.
Bootscats. Bootscats. Maybe we're just. I'm gonna stick a mop in with the old colony. Just to see. Hopefully get some fry or eggs. And then we'll wait a week on the other colony. And then we can probably combine
Whip's
them
World
both.
said, "Hiya, Bootsy."
Bootscats! Alright. Did I have a mop in here? Do I? I did. So let's see if we got any eggy eggs. This is the Celebes rainbows. There was, oh man, I kind of regret not doing this. There is eggs in here. These guys always seem to have eggs. Good. Pretty prolific. There was a bag of Celebes that they had at the cuboid. It's a local fish store, but it's not all that local to
Fisherman
where
had
I'm
said,
at.
I know where you should stick 'em up.
It's even got a cork. Can we stick a cork in it? Yeah. It's a place called Cuboid, and they had Celebi's rainbows in a bag for sale at the Clash, and I was like, oh, I can swing back around and grab that. And yeah, by the time I came back around, they were not there. Didn't have them again, so kind of regret that. Just to get some fresh genetics maybe. There were some eggs in this mop. Keep an eye on that. The only other one I'm going to do right now is the fricattas. I got to put another blue mop in there and you get the fricattas. Forgot about it. That's blue. That's blue. Cool. Rinse these off. This out of here. One of them in there. Whoops. This mop can go back in here.
Bionic Bigfoot said
Bada boom.
Fisherman's 4 does it fit?
Alright, these are the fricattas. See a lot of snails in here, but not a lot of not a lot of eggs. A whole lot of snails. Huh, too many. Or any. Mop's a little wet. Yeah, not seeing anything. Oh well. Let it ride. Hopefully something's in there. Put these snails back in their parent container. Down. Alright, so that's all the mops at the moment. Right? I believe so. Oh, no. There's one more. That's right, these. The F2s. I'm just going to mix F2s and F1s.
Fisherman has said
honestly.
it's a bit loose low.
It's a bit loose. What is your brain? Somebody's kicking the dog out of her spot. Lily.
Skipper's Aquarium said, listen here, you little.
Oh,
Hello,
no.
everyone.
Good morning.
Back from Jeremy's house.
Nice. I don't know if there was any eggs in it. I didn't see any. But that's the F2s, so let me find another blue mop. And then we should be good.
Color Guppy said, Jason, make room for some malice.
Oh,
You
yeah.
are going to be the Suedo Mughal King. All hail.
Nice. I definitely would be interested. I saw that text. Ooh. I gotta get
Bionic
set up.
Bigfoot said, hello, Skipper's Aquarium.
Hello, Skipper's Aquariums. What's up, buddy? All right. Enough of that. Let's go over here. See if we can see anything new in here. This is where the current colony that just got. This is essentially a quarantine. I got Corridorus, Adolphois in there, and I got the Pseudomugo pascais in here. I'm gonna do a quick water change. It's been a while. Well, they've been in here for 2 weeks. I could also do a water change on the Synodontis that are right below it. Why not, since we're here?
Skipper's Aquarium said House of Tropicals is an awesome fish store.
Yeah. Get some mulm off the bottom here. Popper, did they take your spot again? 30 cats. Should I kick Monty out of his spot? He's the youngest of them all. Put Monty and Lily in the same bed. I did have one of these past guys die. So I only have 5 now. And it looks like it was a female. So I found it dead the other morning. Not sure what happened.
Skipper's Aquarium said, of course, you couldn't leave empty-handed LOL.
Oh, yeah.
Video to follow.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Alright, I think that's going to change. Well, I'm here. Let's back this up. Dooch. Hang on. Ah! Ah! There's Synodontis. I got from Whip. Undersea. There's not really a good light on this tank. There is no light on this tank. They probably love it.
Skipper's Aquarium said, ouch my head lol. Way to drop us on our face lol.
It happens, man. Take a little bit, some water out of this and freshen it up. Same with that. I'm gonna take that guppy grass out too. Maybe we'll just, maybe we'll throw a mop in there. It's the worst that can happen. I get some eggs. Yeah, I'm down a female. I'm pretty sure I have another male too in that from the summer tub. But I don't know if that female in there is a Celebi or a Pascal.
Skipper's Aquarium said, every time I watch your stream, it makes me want to work in the fish room.
That's the point, man.
It's your fault, Jazzin.
That's the point, man. Supposed to get up and get motivated. Do the thing.
Whip's World said, this is completely random and perhaps more insight into my world than you want. But is it just me who can take the trash out? But replacing the bag as well is a bridge far too far.
I know that feeling, dude. It's like a whole separate chore. I'm like, God, I gotta put a bag in here. Apparently I forgot to do that in the recycling bin or wherever.
Skipper's Aquarium said I may or may not be still hungover.
Of course, the wife tells me that I didn't put a bag in there after she threw the can in there. She's like, yeah, there's a can in there too. Oh, damn it. All right, I'm going to turn this light on its timer. There we go. All right, I guess I forgot to get the water. Let's go get the tap water. Spill water everywhere because water's trapped in that thing. Coming this way. God, I got too many fish tanks around here. You guys gotta move.
Skipper's aquarium said you need more fish tanks. There
You
is never
think?
too many.
Yeah, well, I need space for these fish tanks. I gotta work on this system that I was gonna do. I think this side would be the one to start with, honestly, because these are all
Rick's
theoretically
World
bare
said
bottom tanks
Skip,
already.
there's no might about it over here. Sipping on the hair of the dog as we type.
Nice. Get me started. A little too early. Oh yeah, I was gonna take out this guppy grass. That right now. Before I go any further. Let me get on this side.
Skipper's aquarium said we had good IPS last night. I hope they
Nice.
sell them up here.
But were they? I gotta move that little cat. Bozo.
Window
Lily took
Licker
your spot
5
again.
said,
She
"What's
did.
your earworm this week, Jason?"
Come here, pupper.
Mine is Lone Cool Woman in a black dress.
Oh, that's a good one.
Tune.
That is a good tune. All right, Mont, you lay here in this bed. Okay, that way Zoe can have her bed. Lily, you're a sticky, dirty cat. Stealing your big sister's bed. All right. Let's finish this.
Skipper's aquarium said it is called Stone FML.
That's good enough. There's some duckweed in this tank. We're gonna have to address that right now. I don't know how duckweed got in this tank. Plants I got from somebody. Who did it? It was Graham Co-op that I got plants from that had duckweed in it. Do that or when I got them from Dustin's. I don't know. One of
Skipper's aquarium said FML means Fear Movie Lines.
the two. That's not what FML means to me. All right. I think we got everything under control here. We're going to a little. We got to get rid of this guppy grass or duckweed. Hang on. I had the perfect thing for this. Only I knew where it was. This might work. Little sieve. Oh.
Skipper's Aquarium said I sent a pic of the IPA to your phone.
Oh, okay, cool.
Window Liquor 5 said, is this a TMI skip, lol?
Working so well anymore.
Window Liquor 5 said no sound Jason.
No sound. Maybe he wasn't saying anything. Is there still no sound? I'm hearing sound.
Whip's World said coming from Skio. Is there such a thing as TMI?
Geo.
Geek Boy said it's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world.
Oh
You're
God.
welcome.
No, thanks. I will not give in to madness. All right, let me see what this picture looks like. Skipper was drinking FML. Okay, Fear Movie Lions. Okay. All right. Wow. Double. Hazy double IPA. Oof.
Skipper's Aquarium said you right, Whip.
Feeling those. A whole bunch of them in that corner. Get them out. We've done as much as we can do with this thing. Need a spoon! Or an implement.
Skipper's Aquarium said hello geek got to first lowell.
See if we can find any more. Something floating down there. Come to the surface. We'll check on it again a little bit, but I think we got all the duckweed. Out of that tank anyway. There might be one or two in there yet, but I'll find them. All right. Calling that done. Now I can put the lid back on. Oh, no, no. I see him. See him. Let me get that little thing.
Whip's World said I hate that my thumbs won't speak with each other and work this keyboard issue I'm having out. 'Cause Skio? Really? I having typed out skip 47,000 times already, but they can't get it right?
Nope. Nope. Whoops. And there's a hole in the bottom of that. Should just keep this handy. All right. I'll set this here for now. In case I see any more, I can just grab it. All right.
Whip's World said Ricky! Holy crap balls, pal. How are you and good morning, sir?
Ricky. RB Animals Movies. Look how yeah, that's Ricky. Good morning. Funny. All right. Since I'm here, I'm gonna put some bottom wafers. Whoops, that's way too many. Bottom tabs. Basileers. Bottom tabs for the Corys. And a couple for the Synodontis. Do that. I will put a little bit of
Window Licker 5 said get in line, Whip. I'm the king of misspelled things here, Lowell.
I'm gonna put a little bit of this oh. These are the golden pearls, they're not quite powder. 200 to 300 microns. Needs to be a good size for these pseudos. Especially like when they start becoming fry sized. Fry sized. Okay. See what time it is. 10:30. All right, what do we got next? For the project going on in this fish room is I need to turn. I want to turn. I don't need to do this. I want to do this. I'm gonna
Fishing
take.
Monster said I'm a cowboy. On a steel horse I
Oh, God.
ride, and I'm wanted dead or alive.
Are you though? Are you really? Okay. First things first. Is I believe I can get a 10 gallon on top there. However, I will only be able to access it from part of the soffit this way. So I might just get like a little. I don't know. I gotta get some of that like plastic lids, I guess. I don't know if I want to get glass. I do have a lot of glass laying around, but I don't know if it's like the right size. I'll have to play with that idea. Anyway, I think I can get a 10 up there. That 10, that 10, that 10. This 10 becomes a sump. Maybe it just houses shrimp. I don't know. But it'll have the heater and a return pump in here. And pump to the top tank. Top tank drains to this tank. Drains to this tank. So we gotta make sure.
5 said you brought the wife with you this year to the clash.
Did.
What did she think of the fish freaks?
She thought it was a good
Pete
time,
Boy
actually.
said, I want to be a cowboy, and you can be my cowgirl.
Here are a bunch of tanks, empty tanks, that I acquired for pretty cheap, actually. They're 10 gallons. A lot of them haven't even been used. They still got the sticker on them. Or if they were used, they were bare bottom tanks. Which makes sense, because he said he was he did a lot of breeding and he was kind of downsizing, so anyway. Start, guess I need to drill some tanks, get that prepped. First of all, I guess I should see if I could fit a tank up there, right? So why don't I clear that off? There.
CR Pish, Cheryl Smith, said morning Jason
Good
and
morning.
everyone.
Thanks for joining us. All right, we gotta clear off this area here.
Xanadudu said, hey
Good
ho,
morning,
fishy
XD.
freaks.
Good morning, Mr. Dew. All right, fish food, fry food. Doesn't need to be there.
Skipper's Aquariums said, I need those deals on tanks. These damn
Yeah.
hillbillies around here don't sew what we do, Lowell.
Yeah.
Geek Boy said, of course you can fit a tank up there, if you hammer it in.
We'll hammer it. This is a lid to a 5-gallon. Holy cow, I forgot this was up here.
Window Liquor 5 said, boom,
Oh.
boom, boom, bang, 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 how, hey ya.
Yo. Alright, we'll set that in there. That's a 5-gallon lid. That's a 5-gallon tank. Let me go over here. I still have the sponge filter sitting right here. Currently off. Empty containers of fish food. I was thinking about using them to feed. That's my equilibrium. I should put this over here with the remineralizer, where I use it. Yeah, that's a good spot for that. All right. The only thing other up here is a light. What is this? Ambactor AE. I forgot I had this stuff. And this is some bee pollen stuff I bought, like Aquatic Arts. I got this at Kentucky. I don't know if this is good anymore. I should probably just toss it. It's been a while. Factory AE is probably not even good. Yeah. It's 2 years out of date. Tossing that too. Alright, here's a light. This is for a small tank, so I could probably salvage this light. We can use it here. Not a bad gig either. Light on that. We'll see. Alright, let's take one of these 10 gallons. Boom, boom, boom. See? There's plenty of space. Plenty of space. I just gotta get rid of some of these. Could even probably fit. Do I have a lid for it? 5 gallons.
Fishy Mansour said my OCD won't allow me to throw away empty fish food containers.
That's funny. You should seek help about that. I don't think I have a lid for a 10 gallon. Whoops. Suppose I could see if one would fit there. We knew that this is not going to fit here, so we're just going to get these out of there. Bam! Out of the way. I have a lid to a 10 gallon. Suppose I should clean this lid before I do anything. Whoa! Whoa! Room is booby trapped.
Fishy Monster said, Jazrin, you running out of headroom time to expand.
I know.
Geek Boy said, yeah, that is what he should seem helpful.
All right. That's good enough. No, it fits. Can I open it? No. Okay. However, that's good to know. But I do have something that would work.
Fishy Monster said, seek not seem geek.
I have this. And this was from 10 gallons that I put the
Whip's World said, well, if we're
worms.
sharing songs to get stuck in your head, said the boogie. Said up drop the boogie bawadaba. Da bang, da
God.
bang, diggy diggy diggy, said the boogie. Said up jump the boogie.
I have this sliding lid that will work perfectly fine for this. Yeah, perfect. So that would work. Just have to drill this. But actually I almost have to drill this tank because of how tight everything is. I might have to drill the intake or whatever, where the water comes in. The inflow. I'd have to make sure that might be a little difficult. On a 10 gallon, I don't know. Turn that bottom one into a sump. I could just play with it. Alright, this is what I need pencil for. Paper. Here's my trusty Fishroom book. Seen it in a while, actually. I don't know. This way. Probably out in the fish room, just sitting right now in the open. Let's make sure it's not under here. Let's see there. And it there. Well, either way. It's gone. Don't worry. I have paper. I just need to write down some ideas. Some light down here. Dark.
Window Licker 5 said, I have a problem here of whiny dog here translation sketch my ass dad. LOL. RB Animals and Movies said, Jason, I'm working my dream job.
Oh yeah, what's that? Oh, here's the book. Yay, I found it. There's underneath some hats. Cool. It's the Bibble. Okay. Dry. This would be the breeding rack. I will need one turn pump. I've had a lot of good luck
RB
with the ones I've
Animals and
been
Movies
using.
said working with crocodilians at a zoo.
These DC Higer, working with crocodilians at a zoo. That's cool. As long as you come home with as many fingers and limbs as you had when you left. All right, this is the DC pump that I have set up. Basically, you can add more power, low power, make it go faster. It has a feed function where you hit pause. That's what's on this tank and all my other sumps, honestly. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these pumps running. So I think they're pretty good. I just have to make sure I size it for the correct height of the column. You really want pumps to be able to, what is it, the lift height? That's what really determines the strength of a pump. Not about the volume of the container, it's about the height of the column, which creates the pressure. That's the hydrostatic paradox. Anyway. Okay, we'll need 4 bulkheads. Need a bunch of tubing.
Whip's World said that's what she said.
Fittings. Yeah, I'll have to sit down and think about the fittings I need. I'll leave that kind of blank. I will need at least 1 pane of glass for a baffle. I'm ordering it. I should probably order 2. That way, if this works, I can use it on the other system, the other side, which is gonna have the same setup. Everything here is kind of like step 1. So I need to drill that tank for at least the outflow. All right, the outflow will drain. Now, here's another idea. I could just have it drain straight down here and then put the outflow in that one on the other side, right? And then that would drain down to this tank, straight down, and then I put the outflow on that side. And then that would drain straight down to there, and then the pump would pump it all the way back up there. That's actually a cleaner idea. So I think I'm going to stagger the outflows in this one. Drain, drain, drain. Everything will be a straight shot. I think that's a good idea. So I just need fittings, the outflows. Got to kind of keep them. I'm going to need strainers, sponge filters. Strainers for sure. I'm going to label this under drain. Sponge covers, I guess. Now those are the ones that are good to get at the co-op because they're kind of coarse. You're really just trying to keep, I don't know, eggs from going down there, I guess. Fish. Because some of those slits are pretty big for pseudos. They could get it theoretically in there, so the coarse sponge will keep them out. Allow the water to flow. Yeah. This system seems to be working pretty well. The biggest thing I got to combat is evaporation. See, the sump starts to get low because all the other tanks have to stay at a constant volume for them to overflow. The other problem I had is this pump was too powerful for this setup. So I actually had to like pump is on low, and I had to put a ball valve on it too to turn it even lower because it was too much flow. It's filling up this tank faster than it could drain. So I think we got it at a good chooch now. It's just everything's kind of a trickle, which is good for fry. I don't think it needs to be anything crazy. Yeah. Do you think put this light here or whenever? Let's keep that. I'm gonna have to this. Not a lot of slack. There we go. A little too big for this. Yeah, whatever. Good enough. Whoa.
Whip's World
There we
said
go.
open tank evap is a serious pain in the short pants.
Yeah, it is, man.
I only have 2, but it's crazy how much water I lose out of them every week.
See, the other problem too is you have too many open tops down here and you start raising humidity in the room, right? Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I was thinking about getting some of those I don't know what they're called, like plastic, corrugated cardboard or plastic cardboard or whatever the stuff is, the clear stuff. The insulation extruded panel things. The only problem with them is they sag. So you have to kind of make sure you got like smaller pieces. The only other option is glass, and that's going to be hard in this setup here. The other tank that's open top is the ones that are from the aquascaping contest, and honestly, I like those tanks, but they do evaporate a lot. A lot. So, that tank's an algae
Skipper's
mess.
Aquarium said you need the greenhouse panels.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Unless we're talking about the other ones, like the corrugated stuff. Those are big. And those seem kind of flimsy too. Yeah, I don't think glass is going to be a good option. Well, it might be on some of these. Honestly, I think some of these tanks, these aquascape tanks, might need to, especially the first one I did. I haven't seen in this tank for quite a long time. It's just filled with guppy grass and blackbeard algae on the bottom. So we may have to revamp that at some point. This one seems just get nothing but algae. Probably clean that up.
Geek Boy said dude from my club designed 3D prints for sliding glass tops.
Nice. That's cool. For rimless tanks, that'd be even cooler. Big problem is I can't get in here too well because all these 5 gallon or 10 gallons are in my way. All right, let's see. Move some stuff. Hey.
Whip's World said Skip beat me to it, but corrugated polycarbonate
Yeah,
are
that's some
commonly
stuff,
used
right?
for greenhouses work, but they do sag.
Yeah, those are the ones that, yeah, I've used them before. I actually have some still. Here, I do have some. But little pieces.
Skipper's Aquarium said the greenhouse ones don't sag.
Talking about these, like this stuff. This was obviously nasty. But I was using this as the cover for
Geek Boy
my
said
sump.
speak at Jasrin's age they sag.
You know. But I would only need that for a couple of tanks. I think if I was going to put a lid on this, I would have to just get a glass cut that would fit. And then use those 3D printed
CR Pish,
like
Cheryl
rests, I
Smith,
guess, for the lid.
said the twin-walled polycarbonate sheets work well.
Yes.
Made about 30 tank lids so far, and my cat doesn't fall through.
Interesting. Clean some of this green hair algae. Got a little out of hand here. Holy smokes. Lots of algae.
Geek Boy said cat doesn't go for a swim? Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, where's the lesson for the cat? Monty learned early on not to walk on fish tanks. Though he still gets up there every once in a while. Oh, snap. Just knocked the swim filter loose.
Fishy Monster said little is an understatement.
You hating on the algae. Just a little bit of algae. Alright, let's do this. Clean this off real quick. And get rid of what I got here. Linger thick and good. This sponge filter's got a lot of blackberry algae on it. It's also kind of choked up.
Whip's World said the fish tank is one of my open tanks and I've had to add water to.
Yeah.
3 times in what? 2 weeks. My
Yeah, it goes quick.
has a layer of duckweed and it still happens there as well.
Interesting.
Skipper's Aquarium said say it right, fanger licking good luck.
Fanger licking. Fangers. Oh my god. That story, I don't know if you remember this, Skipper, but at the Clash, I'm gonna read some story of that dude. I was cracking up so hard. Skipper started talking about corning. And if you don't know what corning is, oh man. Stuff you do when you're a kid. You get some corn from the farmer's field and you throw it at people's cars. Oh my god, that was so funny. Corning. Alright. Should bring this back. What we're looking at here, but just gonna grab whatever algae I can get. Doesn't seem to be hard to find any. And this tank is like getting a little out of control. Not gonna lie. We're gonna have to do a water change.
That's lovely, that is.
Yes, it is. It is lovely. Come here, you. There is some blackbeard in here, but more than not, it's just this hair algae that's like so thick, very dense. It almost grows like a carpet. Like a multi-layer all over everything. All right. I'll be at this forever.
Fishymon said Jazran does not discriminate when it comes to algae.
That's right. All algae are welcome here. Oh, wow. Apparently I caught me a... a pygmy cory. When I pulled some of the algae out, I pulled him out too. Alright, let me get this drain cleared. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of a water change here. Just because of how much of a mess I've
Xanadudu
made.
said maybe off topic, but I was on Aquabid last week and saw people selling duckweed LOL East WTF.
Hey, man. Maybe some people, I mean, there's duckweed's one of those things, Can't hurt. Well, it can hurt.
Fishstream said, wow, those bala sharks look huge.
They are. They're getting big, man. They're getting big. Yeah, they're getting big. I gotta clean this tank too. It's been a while.
Congratulations, PNW Aqua, on the membership milestone.
Woot!
PNW Aqua has been an extraordinary aquarist for 24 months.
Congrats, man.
Fishymonic said,
Well, thank
Jazran,
you.
time for an 8-foot tank. Those sharks are getting biggin.
Biggin. I'm thinking they might be done getting biggin. 8-foot tank. Good luck with that. I'm just gonna set this down here, because we might need it again. All right. Did that fill up?
Window Licker 5 said, I still think a 3D printed Zilla would look awesome in there.
Maybe. Grab this. Let me get back over there before I overflow anything. Probably good. Now you guys are still looking at the bottle sharks.
RB Animals
Top
and
this off a
Movies
little
said,
bit.
I have to go later, everyone.
See you, dude. Thanks for stopping in. Congrats on your new wrestling alligator thing.
Fishy Man
Crocodile
said,
hunter.
maybe you should try your hand at building a wooden 1,000-gallon tank.
Dude, where would I put that, first of all? That's the big problem. I got no place for this stuff. I'm just topping off this one tank. It was getting a little...
CR Pish, Cheryl Smith, said, I need to make breakfast. Bacon, eggs, and hash browns are sounding good.
Sounding incredible is what that sounds.
Geek Boy said, not going to get to hear water splashing on the floor. Why do we even come to this stream?
I know. Here, let's go this way.
Fishy Monster said, in the garage.
Yeah, maybe. But I have to move out of the garage first, so... I gotta finish doing the renovations upstairs. It's been kind of stalled for a little while. What am I doing? I went to this. Start this siphon. In that same process, I am going to stop these filters.
Whips World said, Cheryl, when should I be there? Say 20 minutes? I can make it.
I can make it. Some glass I inherited. Alright, this is on its feed mode. Stick this in here. It's chooching. Alright. Okay. Now we are...
Fishy said,
in
turn the
gravity.
entire basement into a huge tank.
I had a dream like that once. There was a shark in it. It was interesting. There's a big glare going on in the tank. It's coming from that. Plus there's only one light on. I don't have that light on. These are just cheap Marineland, whatever lights you get with the 55 gallons.
Bionic Bigfoot said, Cheryl, I will take 1 dozen eggs and 1 pound of bacon.
Oof. I can eat 50 eggs. Seems like a lot of eggs there, dude. And bacon. Though I feel like I could do justice to a pound of
Fisherman
bacon.
said everyone has that dream at one time or another.
Yeah, probably. All right. We're just going to let that slowly drain. See what time we're at here. 11. Yeah, we'll do that and then we'll fill it up. This is going to take a little bit, so maybe I move this camera a little bit more this way. Hopefully this helps with the glare. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Probably made it worse. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's better or worse. I got this. When I got those fish tanks, for the cheap deal I did, the dude gave me a, well, one of the fish tanks was just filled with stuff. I have this LED grow light, I guess is what this is. I should plug this in here and see what happens.
Fishymon said that tank dose not look the same without a haplo catfish.
Yeah, I know. Good old Chico, man. He went belly up. I think that was from expired food or something, I don't know. I was not happy. Oh, interesting. Very yellow light. Coming through on the... I don't know. Leave it on for a little bit. It would look good.
Whip's World said, but have you had the dream where your fish are no longer bound to their watery confines and can free swim through the air and interact with you like dogs and cats, except they can float?
Nope.
Fishermen said
Nope.
they have albino haplo catfish.
Who were they? Albino
Bionic
haplocats.
Bigfoot, said Cheryl. I don't have a dog or cat, just fish.
I gotta figure out an organization for these mops. Whatever I'm doing ain't working. I got mops everywhere. I gotta figure out what color they are every single time. Maybe I gotta get a little bin for each color. That's not a bad idea. Alright, I'm gonna move you guys. Bear with me. Ooh. That. I feel like that's a better angle. Bring you up a little bit higher. Let's do this.
Bionic Bigfoot said I'm seasick. Fishymon said ever dream you are falling, and just before you hit, you wake up.
Nope, never had that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whip's World said I need some help. Can one of you tell me
we
where
know,
I left
Whip.
my headphones?
We know.
Thanks
Whip.
in advance.
Alright, clean this glass a little bit. Kitty paw prints all over it. There is Blackbeard, like, kind of on the glass, so not a lot I can do about that. Maybe I could.
Geek Boy said, are those the specks of Newbie Bay all over?
Yes.
Bionic Bigfoot said
Yes,
I got
they are.
mine whipped.
Here, let's try this. Take a razor blade, do it. There you go.
That's lovely, that is.
Yes. All right. That's that. This is going to run for a little while. Using gravity instead of extra water. I got time to grab a little bit more coffee. The thing I got to do is set up we'll get this pump and the water bridge flowing again. Everything should be good. All right.
Bionic Bigfoot said I need a cup too.
There you go, man. Well, this is the last of it. It's hot. So very hot.
Fishy Monk said you should use a pump to water change that tank.
Yeah, well, gravity's working. It's going to take a little while. If I was going to use a pump and run the energy, I could just run more water. That would work too. I am going to... The only thing I got to worry about is the pumps kicking back on. That's kind of why I'm sitting here monitoring it for a minute. I think they're on 10-minute timers, the pumps. Like the feed mode turns it off for 10 minutes. In this tank, we got the rainbow shark, which is a glow shark. Glow light, whatever. Glow, not glow light, just glow. He's got the, whatever, genetically modified. There's some Buenos Aires tetras. One of them looks like a paperclip. Bent spine. Actually, there's only 2 of those Buenos Aires tetras left. Huh. Interesting. I need to get some more of them. Or some tetras. Oh, there goes the pump. Whoops.
P&W Aqua said my clown loaches get very excited when I push that feed button.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Alright, we're good for another 10 minutes. Might have to turn on the siphon just to get it going faster. Oh, this might take a while. But if I was going to get some tetras, man, what would be good tetras for this tank? I think Congo tetras would be cool, but I don't think the long fins would serve them very well in this tank. Those Denison barbs are awesome. I really do. I'm glad I got them. Nice looking fish.
Window Licker
Originally I had
5
5, but one of them
said
didn't make
a
it.
green terror would be awesome in the 125.
Yeah, maybe. I could do a geo. I could, oh, you know, that's not a bad idea. I could take the wine Millerai from the other tank and put it in here. I just need to figure out some sort of cave for him. He's definitely he likes to hide. Not a bad idea. Move the wine Millerai.
Whip's World said, Ryan, I get pretty excited when people push my feed button too.
Yeah. Alright, I can't sit like that forever. Oh my. I'm gonna sit down for a little bit while this is happening. Take a load off. All right, you got your bed finally, Zoser? Oh yeah, that's not a bad angle. It's kind of cool. I like it. Dreamt about splash tetras last night. I know what they really look like, but they're gorgeous in my dream. That's cool. They have to be a big enough tetra that they're not going to get eaten whole by the bala sharks or the denison barbs. So that's why the Buenos Aires, they were kind of big growing up. Blind cave tetras would probably work pretty well here, but I feel like that's probably not the best environment.
PNW Aqua said, I think Whip may be
Colombians.
part clown loach, which is awesome.
No, I have some red and blue, or yeah, red and blue Colombian tetras. I have some in my with my blind cave tetras actually. That would not be a bad idea at all. Huh? I have to think about this. And they're relatively readily accessible. Pretty much at every little.
Window Liquor 5
I
said
know
some
at my local
discus would be
Petco.
cool. But then you would have to up the temp.
Yeah, discus. I don't know. I feel like that might be too much with the bala sharks. There would never be any breeding. I did like the wine Miller idea. I got him a decent hide. I think maybe part clown loach. Yeah, I think the red and blue Colombian tetras is not a bad idea because they would add a splash of color. I mean, not that the denison barbs and Buenos Aires got a little bit of color on them, but not much. Red and blues would be good, but they got to be big enough. I think like 12 would be pretty cool. Wine Miller eye would be a bottom feeder. Huh. Well, he's not a bottom feeder, but he would scour the bottom, sift in the sand. But that's what the pleco does, the loach does, and the rainbow shark. So maybe it did have the one firemouth in here, but he died. He died around the same time that the hoplocat died because I think it was bad food.
Whip's World said, just go cheap so you can get 100 of them and go with red Serpa tetras.
Serpe
If you get a
tetras.
big group,
Interesting.
they'll leave everyone else alone.
It's true. Serpes are not bad. Yeah, I do like that red and blue Colombian tetra. Because they're about the size tetra you want. They get kind of big, like big bodied. Well, comparatively, they probably get about the same size as those Buenos Aires. 2-inch, 3-inch fish. We keep an eye out for them.
My Fish Tanks Aquatics said, good morning, Jason and fishing
Good morning.
folks.
Doing a little bit of a water change this morning on the 125. Kind of slowly draining some water. Speaking of that, I haven't. Keep my ear. I can probably see the pump kick on, actually. Hey, what's this? Oh, this stupid thing again.
Skipper's Aquarium said, I picked up reed tetras and 8-striped barbs at House of Tropicals.
Reed tetras and 8-striped barbs at the House of Tropicals. Interesting. I don't know what a reed catcher is. Let's find
Fishy
out.
Monsoonful said, okay, let's settle this once and for all. If it bad food, only 2 fish in the tank was eating it.
No,
Window Licker
I
5
just think
said,
those are the two that
some red
suffered.
and yellow rainbows like the everyday fish keepers. Dan has a beautiful Wonder 25 with discus and rainbows.
Yeah. Rainbows, yeah. I could do that, I guess. I have rainbows in the tank next to this one. That's an idea.
Whip's World said red and blue Congos are nice, but they cost twice as much as the Serpa Tetras. If you catch PetSmart at the right time, you can get them for 1 Fontes each.
What did one Fontes? What the heck was? Like, doesn't it say $1? Come on.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo
Oh,
said,
he's here.
yeah, I know. It's been a while. Hello to all. I'm okay, but I'll go for open heart surgery on November 17th.
Oh my god.
So kiss my grits.
Well,
Fishymon said bad food
that's
would affect all the fish.
at least it's not emergency. Well, I mean, it sounds pretty serious, but yeah, good luck, man. It sounds like it's scheduled, so I guess this is preventative? Or what's the word? Corrective?
Whip's
Good
World
luck,
said
dude. Hang in there. Eduardo. Alright, we gotta see where we're at. There's my Pleco, my Sailfin. I love that guy. One of my favorite fish in this fish room.
Skipper's Aquarium said, Eddie, you have to have a heart first, Lowell.
It's rough.
Aquatic Moose said, yo.
Yo.
Bootscats
on Friday.
Bootscats said, I love my sailfin too. They are so cool.
Yeah, those are awesome fish, man. I really do like them. One of my favorites. They're all looking for food. I think I gotta get over there because I think the pump's about to kick on.
Skipper's Aquarium said, love you, Eddie. Hope everything goes smoothly.
Yeah, really. Keep us
Fishing
posted,
sir,
man.
Sir Eduardo, you join in the Zipper Scar Club.
God. Alright, the pump just kicked on. Knew it was gonna happen soon. Feel it. We're almost done with the water change. A little bit more. I gotta reset the sumpage. The water bridge. Probably start that right now, actually. While you guys are... We're still draining here. Set that there for a second. Oh no. To get in here to get that. Too much here. Glass. Move the glass first. Then we'll move some fish tanks. Really gotta get on this.
Whip's World said, I don't know why she screams sometimes and sometimes not. She must have hit her head as a younger bot. Eduardo, I gave up on praying almost 6 years ago, but I'll be thinking about you, brother.
Yeah, man. Ooh. Alright, those are out of the way. this. All right. Put this in. Shoot all the air out of it.
Aquatic Moose said Eduardo.
Edward. Oops. Just gonna fill up the sump. Got the water bridge restarted. Pop up the sump here. All I gotta do is fill up the tank then. Once we get down to where we gotta go, which is soon.
Fishimon Singsaw said Eduardo. You are mentally strong. You will be fine.
Yeah, man. Got this. Either that or you don't. And then, well, you know, that's not the best outcome. You don't want that. None of us want that. So you only have one choice. Oh, why am I wrapping this hose up? I'm gonna need it, dumbass. That's dumb. That's dumb. Started putting it away like I was done. Enough. Yes. Let's put this lid back on here. All right. I'm gonna turn this sump on. Or siphon.
Window Licker 5 said crank up kickstart my heart motley crew. It worked for Nikki 6.
There you go. Because we're almost done here, so it needs like another minute. Drain the water out of the hose anyway. Alright, I'm calling that good. So I will crack this on. Take this out. Put this away.
Parum pum pum. Pum pum pum. Parum pum pum.
Master
Pum pum
Aquatics.
pum.
Just call me Eduardo said, while I made it to spread the news from the horse's mouth.
Well, that's
Yes,
good.
talk about it to all who asks. It's all G-food. Foxy's Fishes said, good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Foxy. Thanks for joining me. And the rest of us. I gotta put these mobs somewhere. Keep knocking them on the floor. Okay. That's this, that's that. Done with this. With that. That's filling. Yeah, red and blue Colombian Tetras, man. I like this idea. I know. Do I still have some? I do have like 2. Yeah, no, there's a couple more. 3, 4. I put them in with the blind cave Tetras, and they live more in the cave than the blind caves do. Yeah, there's at least 2 in here. Maybe I should catch them out. That'd be a task. That's gonna be a big task. I don't know if I can handle that task. Guess the bala sharks like the fresh water. Need to be hanging out where it's coming in. Had those bala sharks a long time. I got them when they were little dudes.
Fishy Monster said, we all missed you and will be sending good vibes your way, Eduardo.
Absolutely.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Jason the Denison Barbs.
What about them? What, you think I'd get more? Maybe. Kind of happy with the ones I have here. Just think the, yeah, I don't know.
Window Licker 5 said silent but deadly. OMG, my Mastiff is sitting beside me and just dropped one OMG. I gotta open a window, it's bad.
Jesus. Puppy power. Unless it was, the significant other. Then you just blame it on the puppy.
Bootscats said, where did the Pleco go?
Where did he go? I don't know. No, he's over here. Kinda, I don't know if you can see him in the thing, but he's on the other side of the tank. He's clinging to the overflow on the other side of the tank. At the bottom there. You can probably maybe see him.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said,
That's
when did you get them?
lovely, that
The
is.
Denison Barbs?
Oh, I got them a while ago. I got them at the local Petco. I originally got 5.
Congratulations,
One of
Fishyman
them didn't make it.
64, on the membership milestone. Fishyman 64 has been an extraordinary aquarist for 25 months.
Congrats, man. And thanks. I can't, man. It's been that long. Yep. Over 2 years now. Hey, now.
Congratulations, Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo on the membership milestone. Master Aquatics. Just Call Me Eduardo has been an extraordinary aquarist for 25 months.
Congrats, dude. Right on. Appreciate the support. Alright, we're reaching the end here. Water change. And the sump will start filling. I'm gonna call this
Congratulations,
done.
Window Licker #5 on the membership milestone.
Window licker
Window
number
Licker
5.
#5 has been an extraordinary aquarist for 25 months.
Look at these OG people here, man. Right on.
Congratulations, Foxy's Fishes, on the membership milestone.
Hell yeah.
Foxy's Fishes has been an extraordinary aquarist for 24 months.
Right on. That's awesome. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Whips World, very much for the 10 gifted memberships.
Aw, man. I appreciate that too. That's awful nice of you, man. And congrats to anybody who got one. Don't know what you're missing if you ain't here. Oh, you don't need a membership to be here. I appreciate it though. Oh, is that filling? That's filling. I think we hit the overflow. I'm gonna turn this off. Close that. Let's close that. Let's turn on sumps. Now I can wrap this hose up. Alrighty, people. I think that's working. The water flowing out, water flowing out.
Master
Cool.
Aquatics. Just Call Me Eduardo said over 2 years already. Jason, that's pretty awesome.
It's
Watching you do stuffings with your tanks and all the interesting nudities.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's been 2 years now. Well, since I've had memberships. I've been doing this for 3. Maybe even longer, 4. I think it's 4 years now. But yeah, it's been a long road. And a lot of you've been here since pretty much almost the beginning, some of you. Or at the beginning. Awesome. You know, can't complain. You know, everything is around the fish keeping hobby,
Skipper's
man, so I try to
Aquarium
keep
said,
it
I
about
just
the fish.
remembered I'm wearing the Saturday Morning Cartoons t-shirt.
Nice. That's a throwback to the OG days. Alright, well, since we're here and the fish seem to be looking for it, I'm gonna feed them a little bit. I've been feeding bug bites. Trying to use up the bag.
Fishymon said some before the beginning.
Cool. Alright, that's all done, that's all done, that's all done. Let them
Foxy's
feed out.
Fishes said, remember the neighborly?
I do
OG.
remember the neighborly. Man, that is a long time ago.
PNW Aqua said, Saturday Morning Cartoons.
Mm-hmm. Good times. There's that zebra loach or whatever. Not even sure what I'm calling them. That's what I call them. That fish is 15, 16 years old, at least. Guessing it was around 2000. Wait a minute. think it might even be more than that now.
Fishy Monsexier said, remember the degenerate fish keeper.
How could I forget? I remember the
Master
old
Aquatics,
Deji.
just call me Eduardo, said, all I knows is that they are 2 less single people since last week.
Yep. I heard it was live streamed. I didn't know that. But that makes sense. I was there sitting in the back. That was a good time. Hope your tanks got home okay. I gave them 2 5-gallon Patty's tanks. There's that cell phone. Dun 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 dun. Oh, all right, guys. I think that's gonna be it for today, man. Honestly, I'm gonna get out of here a couple minutes early. Not much more to get into in the last 15, 20 minutes.
Window Licker 5 said, we need a flipping tables button, Jason. She's been hiding way too long.
It has been a while. I might have to set something up. Maybe if enough people in the chat type that command, then it will happen.
Foxy's Fishes said patty tanks made it safe.
Sweet.
Thank you.
No problem. Glad you guys got them. You can do some good with them. But yeah, guys. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm getting hungry. I gotta use the bathroom. All sorts of good stuff. So I appreciate everyone hanging out today. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave it down below. If you have anything you
Whip's
want to
World
show
said
me,
Jason is Mr. Manifesto, the degenerate fish keeper from depths unknown.
yes, he is. Yes, he is. If you have anything you want to talk about, show me, whatever, that you can't put in the description down below, you can certainly email me there. If you haven't hit the like button, I would appreciate it if
Fishy
you do.
Mansour said Jazrin got a poop.
Nope. Just hungry. Gotta pee, though. And, yeah. We'll do it again next week. I'm going to try and get, start moving to get some of these, the breeding rack system. Then we can start stepping up the game. That'll be cool. I think it'll be good. So I'm going to work on that. We'll catch you guys next week. Same time, same place. Hit the like if you haven't. Subscribe if you're not.
Window
And we'll see
Licker
you next
5
time.
said go Jays go.
Go Jays, go. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.